Okay, let me ask you this, how does a guy who just won a major championship, a player ranked top 10 in the world, suddenly miss the cut at a PGA Tour event? That's exactly what happened to Wyndham Clark at the Rocket Classic, and honestly, this story tells us way more about the brutal nature of professional golf than just one player's bad week. Let's unpack this. First, Wyndham Clark isn't some fringe player clinging to his tour card. We're talking about a two-time winner this season, a US Open champion, and a guy who's been on an absolute tear since May. He hadn't finished outside the top 15 in months. But in Detroit? A 71-74 start sent him packing. Personally, I think this is the perfect example of how even the best players can get ambushed by a course that doesn't suit their game. The Detroit Golf Club isn't just hard, it's strategically mean. And Clark's second-round collapse? That hacked shot on 14 that led to a double bogey. That's the kind of mistake that can haunt a player mentally for weeks. But here's what many fans might overlook, missing a cut doesn't erase his season. He's still top 10 in the FedExCup. This is a blip, not a breakdown. Now, Clark wasn't alone. Chris Gotterup, a three-time winner this year, also missed the cut. And defending champion Aldrich Potgieter, the 20-year-old phenom who won here last year, couldn't recover from a disastrous opening round. What's fascinating here is the generational contrast. Potgieter's 2023 win made him seem like a rising star, but golf doesn't care about narratives. His 67 in round 2 was solid, but in a field this stacked, a single bad day is tournament ending. Meanwhile, Gotterup's slide since February raises questions. Is this a case of rookie fatigue for a player who's still relatively new to this level of competition? Or is he facing the same mental hurdles that trip up even seasoned pros when they're defending their form? But let's zoom out. The Rocket Classic cut line at 3 under par might sound generous, but it's a reminder that golf's margins are microscopic. Jackson Koivun, last week's 3M Open winner, squeaked through by a single shot. One more bogey, one less birdie, and he'd be sitting at home too. This isn't just luck, it's about adaptability. The players who survive these cuts aren't always the most talented, they're the ones who can adjust their strategy mid-tournament, manage their emotions, and find a way to grind out scores even when their A-game isn't there. Koivun's for birdies in 8 holes on Friday? That's clutch golf. It's the difference between fading into obscurity and keeping your FedExCup hopes alive. What does this all mean for the playoffs? Well, Clark's still in a great position, but every missed cut chips away at momentum. And for younger players like Potgieter or Gotterup, this could be a defining moment. Will they use it as fuel, or will it crack their confidence? From my perspective, tournaments like this separate the contenders from the pretenders. You can win majors and still look human on a bad day. That's what makes golf so cruel and so addictive to watch. So next time you see a top-ranked player miss a cut, don't rush to write their obituary. They'll be back. But ask yourself, if even the best can't control every variable, what does that say about the sport's relentless demand for perfection? That's the real story here.